ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Waiting to snap. Here it comes. Pressure coming once again. Picked up. Gives it to Price. He's got a lane. Picks up the first down. A block. Can he get across? And he does. A little spinneroonie at the 2.
Out on a block in the back. It's going to erase a beautiful return from Moorhead, who's still on his feet. All this running is for naught because the penalty is going to bring this one back. It's a shame because Moorhead just showed you what he can do as he can push that amount at the 4-yard line.
It is a night game at Academy, but they got the roll-in portable lights. So quarterback keeper Montoya, and he's in. Touchdown Huskies. So Hope immediately.
Back set. No one there to catch it at their apex. It'll be Ashley in the middle. How else is it gonna end? Kaylin Ashley with force. Shotgun. Snap, gets it. Play action pass, fires. Breaking one tackle free. Nice move. There's a block. And this is going to go to the house. Touchdown time for Aiden Erickson.
Brown. Oh, had a man through his hands, intercepted. Huge play for the Huskies, room to run. Before he's pushed out of bounds, that's Matthew Wright.
This one was tipped.
Oh, no.
It's a loose ball. No signal yet. Last time it was one play to get him in first and goal. Going deep again. Has a man. Touchdown, Cougars. Dropped it in the bucket to Jeremiah Gutierrez.
Tiger pitches the throw. He's got Session and it's caught. Session. Nothing but green grass. That's a touchdown at Trisco Heritage.
Where road teams win so much in the playoffs. I guess I haven't done a deep enough dive that I know what the records are in baseball's playoffs over the last bunch of years. But 5-0 is somewhat, maybe it's not startling. It's got to catch your attention, doesn't it?
It's very attention-grabbing with the way the games have gone. I guess the bats got through customs for Toronto. That's the team that scares you when
They get hot.
the offense is what propelled them. Like, they found enough pitching, but that was a dominant offensive team. You saw what they did to the Yankees in that series. Just so much pressure, hits after hits after hits. The home runs yesterday. You love the response. I still like Seattle overall in this series because I think they can match the hitting with better pitching. But, man, if you get those early runs, that changes the game. We saw how you thought, hey, Seattle, here we go. Julio Rodriguez once again.
Yep.
But
You're up 2-0.
Bieber turned back the clock, started using his slider a lot more, had a bunch of clean innings, and it allowed the Toronto bats to get going. And when you have you're like number 9 hitter in Jimenez, who hasn't homered since August 27th, hitting a home run, probably going to be a pretty good day.
5 home runs overall for the Blue Jays. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. went 4 for 4 with a home run, a double off the left field wall, another double, which everybody wanted him to turn into a triple to try to get the cycle, which he said, my coach, I got to listen to my coach. The coach told him to stop. I mean, look, man, when you're up 13-4, you can run through a stop sign and try to get a triple, can't you? Now, he had no chance. He would have been hosed.
Yeah, he probably would have been out.
Yeah. But you said, Jimenez hadn't homered since the 27th of August. And it's a game, and Seattle is still up 2-0, but momentum certainly plays a big part in these series. And I don't know if you feel the momentum is completely turned over to the Blue Jays now. We'll see tonight. Who's going today? It's Luis Castillo for Seattle. He went 1 1/3 in relief in Game 5 against Detroit. That was that 15-inning game on Friday. You get Saturday. I mean, he's fully rested now. And here comes Max Scherzer. And this, I believe, will be feast or famine. I don't think you're getting 4 innings and giving up 2 runs and a nice solid. I guess that's a solid start these days, right? Like if you get 4 innings out of Scherzer and he gives up 2 runs, I mean, in 2025 that's considered a solid start.
Yeah, it's giving yourself an opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day that would be what the hell. Like you had to go into the 7th inning back in the day to have a solid start. Games change. But here's a dude who hasn't pitched in months? I mean, it's been a minute now. He's 41 years old. He is a dog, and he is a postseason warrior. 3-time Cy Young Award winner, but 0-3 over 8 postseason starts. But he's a battler. JJ, I think this goes one way or the other. It either Scherzer goes into the time machine and pulls out something crazy and gives up 2 hits through 5 2/3, and they're amazed, and he leaves and they're up 4-0. Or he gets shelled and he lasts an inning that third. I'm not sure. I think there's somewhere in between.
No middle ground there.
I think this is going to be either heroic or catastrophic. That's just my gut, and I don't know which one I think it's going to be. I don't ever want to count that dude out. Right there's him, Verlander. There's those veterans. You know, hell, Clayton Kershaw. If you threw him out there, I'd wonder too. Even though I saw what I saw him the last time he was out there, but there's some guys like that, the veteran battlers, who have been there, who know how to pitch. And you're like, come on, Jeff, everybody knows that. No. I mean, the crafty, the veterans. Oh, you can't be crafty if you're righty. Sorry. Only you can be crafty if you're left-handed. Right? Do you see where I'm going with this? I mean, I don't know. How do you feel about Scherzer throwing today?
You know, I think it's one where if they get through like 2 clean,
You're satisfied.
maybe 3.
There? Really? So is that good?
It's what they have right now.
Okay.
The pitching
And then they got to turn it over to the bullpen and try to be the
what
Dodgers.
they need to piece together. Yeah.
All right. I just so you think if he gets through 3 and gives up a run, that's a great start for him.
I think they'll be pleased, and probably that point in time, the manager will feel it out.
Boy, it's amazing how standards have changed, not only for pitchers overall, but for Max Scherzer. Right? But I mean, I guess that's where we are. Brewers haven't decided who they're throwing against Glasnow tonight. Dodgers and Brewers in Game 3. They haven't picked a starter yet.
Undecided gets a lot of work.
Yeah, no, he's sometimes he's really good though. And sometimes he's not. The early game today is the Brewers is the Brewers and Dodgers. That's 4:08. 4:08. So that's I got an event tonight, man. I got an event from 5 to 7. I'm hoping. I guess we put that.
Very busy.
Yeah, very, very busy. 4:08, and they still have not picked a starter. That's crazy. Where are we going with that? Is it a bullpen game for them?
Probably a bullpen game.
All right. I mean, I guess everybody can't be like the Dodgers and have a completely rested bullpen. And do I want to throw Ohtani or do I want to throw Glasnow? Or I guess Clayton Kershaw we could use. Or I mean, yeah, I guess everybody can't be like that. The baseball's popping 13-4 last night. Blue Jays rout the Mariners in Seattle. They take Game 3. 2-1 is that series. Mariners still on top. Game 4 in Washington State tonight. That'll be the 7:08 start. Dodgers and Brewers in Chavez Ravine. Home team has lost every game in the championship series. Dodgers going to try to put an end to that. They're up 2-0 over the Brewers. Best of 7, both of those. Ton to do on game day in the National Football League today. 505-246-0610 is how you can find us. Area code 505-246-0610. Your emails come in this morning as they always do. Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. JJ's on the Twitter, or the X, as the kids call it now. It's _JJ Buck. Facebook, the OD, and they still call it the Facebook, right? Well, the kids don't call that anything. But the Facebook, the OD, and the AM, you can watch the program on our Facebook page. You can watch it on Xfinity Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico, and, of course, on the YouTube channel of ProView Network. Adrian is in producing there this morning, does a great job with that. Football tonight, we get the Steelers and the Bengals. That's right here on The Sports Animal. 5:30 is when our coverage will start here on your home for the National Football League. We're going to get into that. There is a lot of injury news that will be of interest to any of you who, A, are a football fan, or B, play fantasy football, because I don't know how anybody's got a roster anymore in Week 7 that is not somehow affected by
Bunch of Q's and O's.
Yeah, no, they're everywhere. I mean, that's why these 8:55 tee times on Sunday morning are keeping me on my toes, because the injury reports don't come out till 9:30. So about the third hole, I got to go look at my phone and start changing my lineup and taking the Rams game off of
the skill, man.
I don't know, man. I'm 4-2, 4-2, 3-3, which is way better than last. But I got eliminated in that other way. But it's way better than last year. But I'm going to run out of golf days, so you got to take advantage of that too.
Absolutely.
And you can still put the red zone on the cart, which is also wonderful. What a country, as Yakov Smirnoff once said. All right. When we get back, we're going to get into the NFL. Rashee Rice is back. Is Puka Nacua going to play? What about the Jets at quarterback? What about all those Niners injuries? We're going to get you through all of that. Coming up at 8:30 this morning, we will talk college football. Our good friend Jerry Palm from Palm Brackets is going to be with us. His website is terrific. You can go check that out. We'll talk national scene, college football with him as we get ready for another gigantic weekend. Now they're starting to really, really get tight. And everything's meaning more, and bubble teams and bowl teams and all those things. The conference races have shaped up, and so we got a really good look. So we'll get into that with Jerry. We'll do that with him coming up at 8:30 this morning. We'll have 2 chances for you to go qualify to win $1,000 as well, as we have $5K a day here on 95.9 FM at AM 610, the Sports Animal. When we get back, walk through the NFL, who practiced, who's not practicing, who's in, who might be in, who's probably not going to be in. We'll get you there and get you ready for the Steelers and the Bengals coming up tonight. Hey, for the first time ever, the diamond capital of the world, Antwerp, Belgium, is coming to Albuquerque, New Mexico. How's that going to happen? Well, not the whole city necessarily, but November 5th through 8th, John Thomas Jewelers is bringing Antwerp to Albuquerque for a 4-day diamond event unlike anything New Mexico has ever seen. So what they're going to do over there is unveil the largest selection of loose diamonds ever shown in Albuquerque, New Mexico. These are hand-selected straight from Antwerp, which is the city where over 80% of the world's diamonds are traded. So you're going to get to meet the world-famous Antwerp diamond cutters in person, and this is your once-ever chance to see brilliance up close. Compare the world's finest cuts, and for you to find your perfect diamond, and you don't have to leave New Mexico. It's going to only be for 4 days, so get on this. It's November 5th through the 8th. Appointments are limited. Book your appointment now. Go to johnthomasjewelers.com. Common spelling, JOHNTHOMAS. johnthomasjewelers.com. And get a free diamond grading kit worth over $100 just for coming in. It's Antwerp to Albuquerque, the world's diamond capital, brought home to you. It's only at John Thomas Jewelers, Lewis University Building, 3rd floor, on Louisiana, 1 block south of Banal, right across from the Coronado Mall. It's John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
Yes. Created and exec.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family.
Oh, there's a new mascot for the Utah. What are they called? The Utah Hockey Club. Did they give him a name?
The Mammoth?
Yeah, Tusky the Mammoth kind of feel. Yeah, he's their orbit. Nothing like a hockey mammoth, Tusky, hoppy. What do you think of Chupacabras Mammoth? I was at the Chupacabras. That's the new name for the indoor football team here. That'll be back at Tingley Coliseum next year, the former Gladiators. But they got a Chupacabras mascot. I don't know if they've got a name on it yet. Are you a fan of the Chupacabras logo? I gotta get their coach in here, buddy.
I am. I think it's solid logo, color scheme.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I had lunch with him. I think you'll like it as well. All right, we got footy tonight. It is the Steelers and the Bengals. It is the icy hot bowl. Joe Flacco at 40 years old, quarterbacking the Bengals. It is Aaron Rodgers at 41 years old, quarterbacking the Steelers. The Steelers are 4.5-point road favorites tonight. Well, I usually like thick road dogs, but it's hard for me, although there's a part of me that thinks you're going to get something crazy out of Joe Flacco tonight. But the Steelers just keep winning, dude. They win tonight. They go to 5-1, and they are 5 games clear of the Bengals in the loss column. And I don't want to tell you it's over on October 15th or 16th or whatever the hell the date is today, but, man, can you just pencil them in at this point to the playoffs? Who's catching them?
It's an opportunity tonight to get that pencil out and write that name in.
Right? And this was the year that Tomlin's going to finally finish under 500, and the division's so tough. And it just shows all of that talk we do in July and August. I don't want to sit here and tell you it's just to fill air, because it's not, because I think we and you believe what we all, like, we believe what we say, you believe what you say. But the talk was, this is the year the Steelers aren't going to be very good. Rodgers is done. They're not that good. They lost George Pickens. The defense is average. Tomlin, whatever. And they're 8-9, 7-10. Because the division's so tough. Well, then Joe Burrow gets hurt. The Browns still stink. And who else am I thinking? And the Ravens. What the hell happened there, right? I mean, Lamar's hurt, and the Ravens are 1-5. And you're looking at them and just going, and all they do is find ways to win football games. While maybe not spectacular, they beat the Jets in that big hyped opener 34-33. All right, so they lost to Seattle. Seattle seems pretty good. But New England, that's a good win. beating the Vikings is a pretty good win, isn't it? And they just find ways to win football games. And here we go with the Bengals, Packers, Colts, Chargers coming up. It's an interesting stretch, but I don't know, man. Like that division all of a sudden is Conference USA.
Yeah. That's fair.
The division was that was going to be the toughest division in football. It's not the toughest division in football. In fact, you would tell me it's probably the least competitive division in football. Shows we don't know squat at a month and a half into this.
Well, the injuries,
yeah,
were a big factor. That I wouldn't say we didn't know squat.
But isn't amazing? Okay, the injuries of the Bengals. It's not just one guy. The Bengals are I'm sorry. The Ravens. The Ravens are decimated defensively, and they're without their MVP quarterback. The Bengals are not decimated, but they lost Joe Burrow. Now they're not good on defense, and we knew they weren't good.
And the whole thing with the Bengals is Joe Burrow just plays MVP level football to keep everyone on life support.
Yeah, to elevate everything else, right? Yeah, and then there's the Browns. The Browns probably have the best defense out of all.
They do. Fantastic at stopping the run. You can get a top 3 in the NFL. You can get them a little bit, which I think is really fascinating for Aaron Rodgers. So some flashes of throwing a nice ball this season.
We'll watch them tonight. All right, here's some updates for you. Puka Nacua. The Rams play in London. They got the early game against the Jaguars. Puka had that ankle injury. Did not practice yesterday. Sean McVay, the head coach, told reporters that he will not take part in practice yesterday. That was before. He called Puka Nacua day-to-day. Did not appear to have a long-term injury. But there's a lot of reports that he is unlikely to play this weekend against the Jaguars because they're off next week. And so can you beat the Jaguars without him? I don't know. Yeah, probably, maybe. But more so, he is your biggest weapon. I got 2 weeks to rest him if I don't play him. Track record tells you they tend to, in these situations, guys with an injury like this tend to sit.
Yes, that would be a smart play for me. Knowing that you'd have the bye week, extra time off. Well, tune in at 9 o'clock when I have fill in the gap options for your fantasy team this week.
All right, we're
got a lot of good nuggets for you.
2 idiots, too many teams. We'll talk fantasy football coming up at 9 o'clock. Cowboys. Remember in the first game, who killed me in that guillotine league? CeeDee Lamb went out in the first game. He was back on the field yesterday at practice. Brian Schottenheimer said that his that this will be the first practice since the ankle injury early, and maybe some CeeDee Lamb. Maybe is that what we're kind of at on CeeDee Lamb this week?
Got a limited session in. What you want to see?
All right. Terry McLaurin expected to practice this week. He's missed the last 2 games. Commanders receiver with a quad injury. Their other receiver, Deebo Samuel, non-participant yesterday due to a heel injury. So watch your Washington receiver. All right, the San Francisco thing. This one watched right down to tea time. I mean to game time. Kyle Shanahan said that Brock Purdy might play this week. I think we heard that last weekend too. He's got that toe injury. He is going to try to practice this week. George Kittle practiced yesterday. He's been out with a hamstring. He's been on IR, in fact. So he's eligible to come back. Mac Jones, the backup quarterback, practiced. So all 3 limited. What do we know about Ricky Pearsall? Anything on him?
I haven't seen any updates.
All right.
But I'll look for it through the morning, and we can add it to our discussion at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. DJ Moore, non-participant, the Bears receiver. They had a walkthrough yesterday. Quentin Johnson, this is the Chargers receiver who's been terrific, was what they officially called limited yesterday. He's got that hamstring. He was able to make his return to practice as a limited participant yesterday. Seems to be trending, according to reports, in the right way for Sunday's game against the Colts, but you're going to have to get a little bit more information on that. J.J. McCarthy, the Vikings quarterback. He's been out several weeks nursing that ankle injury. He went and logged a limited practice yesterday. Limited practice. So what does that mean for you? Watch that one. It's him or Carson Wentz on Sunday. Chuba Hubbard. Limited. Missed the last 2 weeks with a calf injury. I'm just going to tell you this. The way Rico Dowdle's playing, they're in no rush to get him back.
Yeah, he falls into the RB2.
I mean,
Steps on the field.
Did he lose his job?
No.
Well, but if he's RB2, he
Not
lost his job.
totally, because Rico Dowdle's a free agent after this season, and they gave Chuba Hubbard a contract extension last year.
Yeah, but who's playing better right now? I mean, how do you take Rico Dowdle out of the
You don't
lineup?
take him off the field, but Chuba Hubbard, I think, gets worked in slowly, to your point. I don't think it's Chuba Hubbard's never back on the field. But he doesn't.
Yeah, if he's
he
healthy
doesn't step in as the RB1
right.
away.
If he's healthy this weekend, it's still Rico Dowdle, right?
Yeah.
Who's carrying the mail for them. All right, Jets, their best receiver is Garrett Wilson. Knee injury, not considered major, but he's probably going to miss this weekend. He didn't practice yesterday. They say it's too early to know, but the reports coming out of there are probably not going to play. And then Marvin Harrison Jr., Arizona's receiver, left the Colts, lost concussion. He's progressed enough that he was limited at practice. So if he was out there, you figure that he's probably going to go. Jacoby Myers, Raiders, did not practice Wednesday. He's currently dealing with a couple of different injuries, so it's still up in the air whether or not they'll be serious enough to sideline him against the Chiefs this weekend, so watch that. Also with the Raiders, Brock Bowers with the knee injury did not practice yesterday. You watch him.
Don't watch him.
Don't?
He's not playing.
You think
because they
that's
have a bye week next week.
This week or next week?
Brock Bowers hasn't practiced in 2 weeks.
So,
and if you have him on your team, don't be like, oh, question. He's not playing.
Okay.
He hasn't practiced in 2 weeks.
All right, and then they have the bye. When was the last time Darnell Mooney played?
2024?
Feels like that. He didn't play in week 6 with a hamstring injury. He's the Falcons receiver, and Drake London ate this last weekend. Limited participant yesterday. And then watch the Alvin Kamara stuff. I just traded Alvin Kamara for George Kittle.
That's a good trade.
I think so. I got a bunch of running. I got Genty. I got Hubbard.
Very good trade.
I got somebody else that was doing really well for me. Oh, I picked up Rashad White, who's filling in really well for the Buccaneers right now. Kamara held out of practice yesterday for the Saints. Left ankle injury, or an ankle injury. He wants to manage it, but they think he probably will be able to play. So he's likely to play this weekend. This is an interesting one for him because he's losing snaps. And then Kyler Murray, limited yesterday. He didn't play last week. Remember, Jacoby Myers played quarterback for the Cardinals. This was a foot injury. He may miss another game, according to the reports. Who did I say played? This is Jacoby Brissett. Who did I say? It doesn't matter who I said. It was wrong. Jacoby Brissett.
It doesn't matter.
Who did I say? Maybe not. But Jacoby Brissett would start if Kyler doesn't play. So those are Wednesday reports. They start getting a little bit more in depth when you get through the day.
Now, Kamara did play last week.
Yes. He's just losing snaps.
Yeah, it's really the passing game work just hasn't been there until the last 2 weeks, and that's kind of what you're hanging your hat on in an offense that's struggling is, all right, can Alvin Kamara get that passing game rolling? It hasn't been there.
So, do you think he gets traded? Because I'm looking at the names you see a lot are him, Jacoby Myers, right? Who else? Those are the two. Breece Hall. Those are the three names that I see the most as potential trades on teams that are struggling. One of those guys asked for a trade. If I said those three, how many will be traded by the deadline? What would you guess? 2 of them?
One.
Which one? Myers?
Some of it is, what are you waiting for?
Right.
Like, if this player is legitimately on the block,
yeah,
and you're interested, like, make that move so you can have time to work that person into your system.
Which side? The team that's giving or getting?
Getting.
Yeah. As you get close to the deadline, because the Chiefs seem so right for Kamara, don't they? I mean, the Chiefs seem like the spot. That's where everybody's yelling. And maybe they're looking at Breece Hall too, but I think Kamara is better there. But I feel that. What are you waiting for? Yeah, get him in. All right, got more NFL stuff for you. We got to get through a bunch of now you've got you through the injuries, but there's a lot of stories. You got a coach's revenge game, and you know how I feel about this one. You know I love me some revenge games. We got a big one coming up this weekend, so we'll go there when we get back. Well, you can get in at 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Playing Prize Picks? I hope you are. Download the Prize Picks app and have fun. I discovered it. I love it. I'm winning at it. It's just cool. I'm watching the games just like you're watching the games, and I kind of feel like I know a little bit, just like you feel like you know a little bit. Play tonight. You got more or less T.J. Watt, 4 tackles total. You got more or less, will DK Metcalf catch a touchdown pass? How about Jamar Chase? More or less. That one seems right. Aaron Rodgers, passing yards, 218.5. Well, yeah, more or less. That's what you do. You go in there. It's really easy to play. You pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. And if you get your picks right, you can cash in. But it's not just football. You can play the basketball. You can mix. You can play some basketball and some football. And there's a special max discount promotion going on right now for the Warriors-Lakers game on October 21st. Steph Curry is discounted to only needing to go for more than half a point. Mix and match players from football, basketball, baseball. Build your dream lineup today. I've been loving this. I know you will as well. Prize Picks makes this easy for you. Download the app. Use the code KNML when you sign up. You will get $50 in lineups after you play your first $50 lineup. That's code KNML after you download the Prize Picks app, and you'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. It's Prize Picks, and it's good to be right.
This message is brought to you by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You like revenge games? You know, like next week. Is next week a revenge game when Bronco Mendenhall comes to University Stadium with Utah State? Is it a revenge game for who? Right? Usually, like Mike Vrabel's going back, playing Tennessee. He's the new coach at New England, going back to where they fired him. But if you don't get fired, if you walk out, who's the revenge game for? Like, I know there's a lot of anticipation next week. Who's Bronco just doesn't want to be next week. He just wants to get in now, right?
It's a revenge game for the Lobo fan.
Okay. I'm going to be interested. What about? No, that's probably not right. I mean, there's players. You know, Gabe Lopez. There's guys that are on the current team who were here. Richard Pierce, guys who played last year were significant players. But everyone's expressed love for him, and I will tell you, you know, Gabe Lopez and who else went to media day? I don't even honestly remember.
Was it Richard Pierce?
In fact, it was. Yeah. So it was those two guys. And I saw the moment where, you know, in the scrum where they saw Bronco, and they went up. There's a lot of like those guys.
Yeah, I don't think that there's any animosity between the players and Bronco Mendenhall, and there is the business aspect to that, which college players understand. But I definitely think this fan base looks at him sideways.
I don't even think that's the deal. So let's assume Lobos beat Nevada this week. And I know that's rough to assume, and I don't know that you're good enough to just assume wins. But let's, for this scenario, well, I guess we can play it either way. What if they don't? What's the crowd next week? Does Bronco Mendenhall returning do something to bring fans to you?
I think with a win this weekend and a nice 1 o'clock kickoff against Utah State, you could be over 20.
Is 20 the bar now? I mean, shouldn't 23, 25 be the bar?
Because you sold out New Mexico State?
Yeah. And no, well, yes, and at that point you'll be 4-3. And playing well, and yes, and all the progress.
I still need to see it, man.
I get it, but shouldn't that be the bar? I mean,
it could be.
I don't want, and I guess maybe I got to walk before I run, and that's totally fair. I just don't want the bar to be, wow, it doesn't look embarrassing on that other side where it looks like nobody's in. But then I look at games all around this league, and I'm like, right? I mean, I look at Nevada games. I look at, hell, even CSU. Maybe that's. I'm running before I walk, and it's not fair.
This, to me, the fan base conversation is how we used to talk about teams. Is that there's a build, there's a development process to it, there's steps. There's not that anymore when it comes to the football team on the field, but the fan base, that's real.
Yeah, no, that's probably right. All right, I bring up the revenge stuff because Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel will take the Patriots to Tennessee against the Titans team who he coached from 2018 to 2022. And I think he gets it. He understands why you and me and the media and certainly the people in Nashville are going to find it interesting. He is flat out Belichickian, right? He's focused. He just didn't talk like, well, I'm in Tennessee. But he said, quote, there's going to be probably a lot to be said about this. I think it would be filed under the category of, is it interesting or important? I'd probably say this would be very interesting, but in the end, not very important to our preparation or what we need to do to continue to try to improve as a team. But having spent 6 years there or 7 years there, I think it'll be nice to see some people that I haven't seen in a few years to help us win, players and staff. We got a huge job we got to do there, or do here, as we try to prepare for that. So, perfect coach quote. Yep, no, I get it. I understand why you guys think it's interesting. I got to prepare my team.
He's going to put it on him if he can, for sure.
I think that's 100%. No, I look. Say the right thing, but if he gets an opportunity to make a statement, he's going to unload. So do I play Stephon Diggs this week? Is that what you're telling me?
Very disappointing week last week.
I know. Stephon Diggs or Jalen Warren.
Big player raced off the board.
Yeah, but
I still
a crap call. That was a crap.
It's crap. I still like Diggs over
Jalen Warren of Pittsburgh, right? Black.
I might go Warren in that environment. I think in that passing game for the Patriots, you're still going to get more moments out of Stephon Diggs. I don't think Keyshawn Booty's taking over at a game against the Saints. I just think Diggs is.
I know we're not there yet, but like I'm going to play Metcalf tonight. I'm going to play Smith and Jigba. But then it's like, all right, I'm going to play Bill, DeAndre Swift coming off a game, and then I got that one spot like Diggs or Kamara or Jaylen Warren. What do you like? Do I gotta wait? Do I got to wait?
You got to wait till 9 o'clock.
I know what all the
got to submit your questions, send it in on a text line.
All right, yeah, we'll do that coming up at 9 o'clock. Two dudes and too many teams. All right, so I went over that. So this one's interesting too. The Jets thing. When do the Jets? They don't go winless, right? At some point they win.
Could be this weekend.
You like this weekend? They're favorites, I think, over the Panthers. How about the two teams that are the crap? Them and the Browns are favorites, which is somewhat bonkers. They get the Panthers at home. A Panthers team would just beat the Cowboys, and the Jets are favorites. Coming off a week where they had minus 10 yards passing. Vegas is a weird thing. Odds are weird. They're 0-6. They're seen as a team that could be sellers. Aaron Glenn is their first-year head coach, who I don't know if he's on the hot seat yet, man. I don't know how Runway works anymore as a coach. I guess everybody's on the hot seat if you're 0-6. But back in August, he was asked about Breece Hall and is he going to be moved. And they had Braylon Andrews? What was the backup running back there?
Allen.
All right. I knew neither one of those was right. Why do I remember his first name? Braelon. I can remember that. They weren't going to move him. And Wednesday he said nothing's changed because there's a lot out there. He says they're rumors. I feel the same. That he's not trading his best running back. Paul said he wants to stay with the Jets. The trade deadline's coming up in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, November 4th. I got to feel that this one's real. I think there's a lot of noise around Breece Hall. I think there's something to this. Especially if they keep losing.
Oh, yeah. They're 0-7, 0-8. Probably not really excited to then re-sign Breece Hall and pay him a bunch of money when you're just trying to rebuild everything.
Yes, why? All right, there's a lot of noise about the turf. The Steelers are playing on the road today. So you won't hear it much today. But there's a lot of noise about the field on which they play. People are pissed. This isn't just one of those where, hey, it's kind of bad, let's figure it out. They want to evict one of the tenants. We'll get into that when we get back. 505-246-0610. We've got the baseball stuff if you want to get in on that. And, of course, Jerry Palm's going to join us from Palm Brackets coming up at 8:30 this morning. Looking for a place to hold your holiday party? I got it for you. You have an event, meetings, gatherings, large expo, maybe a conference, celebration of any kind. Albuquerque Convention Center is your spot. It is the perfect venue no matter how big your gathering is. Make your vision a reality in a space that is designed to impress. And not only is it designed to impress, but their staff, their service goes above and beyond, and your guests will be beyond impressed. We host our teams there. Purdue is led a New Mexico Bowl every year. Why do we keep going back there? Because they treat our guests the way we need our guests to be treated. It's just got to be first class, and that's what they do. You've been to events there. You've been to galas there. You've been to events, dinners, receptions, whatever it is. You understand. Right in the heart of downtown Albuquerque, parking adjacent to the facility. That means it's easy in, easy out. It's climate controlled. You're not out in the elements, and it's safe. So take your event to the next level at the Albuquerque Convention Center. They got versatile spaces that meet every need. It's more than just a venue. This is a experience. Stunning local art on every wall, mouth-watering food and drink options. Your guests will be impressed at every turn. Be at the center of it all. Visit albuquerquecc.com. Bounce around the website, take a look at what they got, and then give them a call at 505-768-4575. Area code 505-768-4575. It is the Albuquerque Convention Center. Be at the center of it all.
This report.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite
the Steelers. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck. The field back in Pittsburgh, though, is getting a whole lot of attention, and it's not positive. They say there's no negative PR. Yeah, that ain't right. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck. It's now called Acrisure Stadium, the old Heinz Field. Does anybody know it's called Acrisure Stadium, or is it still Heinz Field?
No one knows that.
That's why it's so hard to be the second guy. Is it Crypto.com Arena, or is it Staples Center? It's a hard one. All right, so the Steelers' home, they share with the University of Pittsburgh. And last Sunday, the Steelers' home game was played on turf that looked bad. It played poorly. The kicker, Chris Boswell, slipped and fell during a field goal, like just fell on his fanny. Aaron Rodgers called the surface borderline unplayable. Now, evidently, the plan was previously, and I guess they did it this week, was to resod the entire field after that game because it's getting ripped up. It's really like this is the argument for artificial turf. Now you got UNLV playing where the Raiders play, but I don't know if you know this. They play on a turf field, and the Raiders play on a grass field. They roll it in. It's kind of like that tray that they've got in Glendale, where the Cardinals play. Did you know that?
I did know that.
So they don't share the field; they share the stadium. UNLV plays on turf, and the Raiders play on real grass. Ben Roethlisberger weighed in on this on his Footballin' podcast. He's the former Steelers quarterback. Quote, you can't have a professional football team, not just the Steelers, but the opponents playing on a surface like that. And the only thing I can think of is, and I've been saying this for a while, I don't think Pitt should play there anymore. I'm saying this for Pitt's sake as well. I firmly believe Pitt should put like a 35,000-person stadium up in Oakland. Pack that thing. Because, not Oakland Bay. That's a place they're in Pennsylvania. Pack that thing because when you got 65 or 70,000 Acrisure, it's only half full. What's that look like? It sounds easy. Just pop up a stadium. Who's got $300 million? Go build them a stadium, right? It sounds easy. Ben.
Get in line.
I mean, I'm going to guess, and I don't know the facility situation there, but I'm going to guess that's probably a state or city-owned facility. And part of that is you let the public institution play football there. They don't have a stadium. That's what I'm going to guess. I know part of the deal when civic funds were used to build Allegiant Stadium, the new stadium where the Raiders play, part of the deal there was that UNLV would be able to play their home. Now, I'm not saying for free, but UNLV, that was part of the funding and public finance. I'm going to guess it's somewhat similar in Pittsburgh. Cool, and you don't have the technology there where you're going to roll out a turf field. I don't know what the answer is, dude, but they better find an answer because as you get bad weather now, too, and you start keep playing these games on there, that field is going to be more and more, it is the crap. I mean, you can't have that.
Not good.
No, I don't know what the answer is. In the NFL, safety is a big issue, and it should be. And by the way, it should be in college, too. People say, oh, they're just whining, they're crying. Really? I mean, most of these things are so pristine. If you've ever walked out on a college or a pro football field that's real grass, it's incredible, right? Just go out to go to Isotopes Park. You've been out there. Just look at the grass. Look what the field crew does out there every single day. They're playing soccer on there and baseball summer long, and not getting any water on that thing except for the water they put on it. Right? It's hard. I don't know what the answer is, but I'm going to tell you that I know that you've got all these civic issues in there. It's not just hey, get the hell out, pour water, and pop up the stadium like Ben Roethlisberger. But it is a real issue.
Because they've been playing with some awful turf.
Yeah, dude, it's disgusting, and it's not going to get any better as the weather gets worse. I don't know how many games Pitt's got left on it, but I know it's a big talk, and it won't be tonight because they're playing on the road. All right, got a little NBA stuff for you with the season starting next week. Some injuries. It's going to happen with Cooper Flagg. How long is LeBron out? We can go there as well. Talk some college football at 8:30. Jerry Palm from Palm Brackus will be with us. Get his thoughts on the polls. Got to be pretty close to getting a college football playoff standings, too. It's the opening drive. He's J.J. Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta on 95.9 FM and AM 680 Sports Hour.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a...
One confirming that the stadium is city and county owned, which, yeah, One confirming that the field got redone this week, and another one. And you noticed this, and this is actually really good. The practice fields and the soccer field over at UNM got redone this summer, and they look great. And do you know who Tim Doyle is? Tim Doyle takes care. Like I don't know if he's the
back quarterback that's bounced around the league a little bit.
No, I don't know if his title is head groundskeeper. What he does over at UNM. But he's unbelievable. Like, for bowl game, we work with him. He paints the field, and him and his crew. But what he did over those fields,
who are the chefs?
Takes care of this. No. He takes care of the soccer fields and the practice fields. And no, Tim Doyle's been over there at UNM, and a guy who never gets a shout out but just does killer work. I'll give Tim Doyle some love. He is phenomenal at what he does. Phenomenal at what he does. I know we put him through it a little bit in the Bull game, and we're with all the stuff that we're painting on that field, and he's got to take it off. But, no, I'll give Tim Doyle a whole lot. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck, 505-246-0610. Emails come in, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. Yesterday, Major League Baseball playoffs, it was the Blue Jays 13. It was Seattle 4. That game was in Washington State. Blue Jays pumped out 5 home runs. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. went 4 for 4 with a home run and a double, and it was merely a single. So it was a triple away from the cycle. The road teams, JJ, are 5-0 in the LCS. Is that one of the home teams wins tonight? Don't they?
It is. That is a very surprising stat.
One of them. So if I said Dodgers or Mariners win tonight, I would say Mariners.
I would.
Right?
But I probably would take both.
You got them both tonight. Dodgers going to win in 5? 4? What do you think? Because obviously if they go 3-0, you think they're going to win.
I was expecting probably Mariners to win in 5, but I think this could be a sweep for the Dodgers.
Really?
This starting pitching is next level right now.
It's been next level. Yeah, no, it's been beyond next level. It's been terrific. Seattle throws Luis Castillo tonight against Max Scherzer, which is going to be really, really interesting to watch for Toronto. Dodgers are throwing Tyler Glasnow, and the Brewers yet haven't named a pitcher. But they have to by like a certain time, right? So you can set a lineup. Like it's a rule.
Yeah, you submit your lineup card.
But it's got to
be like, here's our pitcher, starter, McStarterton.
Isn't Bully Penn, right? It's kind of like the injury reports in the NFL, isn't it? I mean, it's like Nick Saban said. It's kind of my favorite line in all my commercials that are going on right now. It's the rule. Saban in the Verbo commercial. It's the rule. Do you like him in mowing the lawn, or you like him sitting in the hot tub?
A solid spot.
It's a great
Nick Saban.
spot. It's a great spot. Saban's great spot. It's 2:55. I know check-in's 3 o'clock. I know. He's terrific. All right, 505-246-0610. Bruin, Dodger, Upland, Inland Empire, Rancho Cucamonga, James. What's up?
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
What's happening?
Hey, getting everything ready, and heading out to the Ravine today. Gonna watch the game. Right on.
Attaboy, you're going to the game?
Yeah, tickets are kind of pricey, but we're gonna do it anyway. You know what I mean?
Do what you got to do, man. I mean, it's the playoffs. Yeah, tickets are pricey.
And to celebrate the Dodgers, we got some snow in Big Bear, so everything's going good today. You know, we got a little dust up there, and not too heavy, but it's you can see it and stuff. Pretty good. It was a good day today.
All right, well, go celebrate, sing "I Love L.A." and put on your blue. Have a good time out there. Thanks, man.
Hey, later. Take care.
All right, on his way out to the Ravine tonight. Got to get going early. And they got snow on the mountain. We don't have snow. Do we? Is there snow up north? I think I heard somewhere up north there was snow. We got enough freeze there over the last few days. Holy smoke. It's been kind of good. All right, so you got that for the baseball today. Where was I going with this? I wanted to hit the NBA stuff real quick. LeBron thinks he's going to be back in mid-November. What's his injury? It's a quad? Is that what it is?
Sciatic.
Oh, that's what it is. It's sciatica. Yeah, that mess doesn't go away. So LeBron's going to miss the opener, targeting a mid-November return. The opener's next week, so that's about a month, right? They announced back on the 9th that he would be out 3 to 4 weeks. They're going to be patient on the approach with a 40-year-old sciatic. It's nerve irritation in his glutes is what they're calling it. You've never dealt with that, right? Have you ever had any sciatic?
No,
Do you? You need it. Miserable. I don't know the right way to
some,
treat it.
Disc.
Yeah.
Issues. Yeah, I got.
You're very careful the way you said that. Disc. The most enunciation you've ever done in your life, and you enunciate pretty well. I've got some disc issues. I got it. Yeah, this doesn't just go away. So he's out to mid-November. He can miss the first 10 to 15 games of the season. The Lakers got a 5-game road trip. They start in Atlanta against the Hawks November 8th, and then they don't come back to L.A. until November 18th against Utah. And that would be the 10th game of the season, the Hawks game. So remember this, and I think this is important to LeBron. Now, I got to believe his health will be more important to LeBron. But NBA awards, right? The MVP, the Defensive Player of the Year, the All-NBA, which triggers raises, all require players to play in at least 65 of the 82 games. Remember that number, because I do believe that is important to him. LeBron averaged 24.5 points last year, 7.8 rebounds, 8.2 assists. He played 70 games last year. He was second-team All-NBA. So, look, at 40, he's accomplished everything he's got to accomplish. Does he want MVP? He wants all of that. And I think those awards are important to him. So keep the number 65 games in mind as you go through. Howard, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. You were like a guest on the Kenny. You were a guest on the Kenny Thomas show yesterday, huh? You were a guest. He held you over, like helped you through a break. That was a huge call yesterday.
Oh, with old Kenny?
Yeah.
I love Kenny. He's a nice guy, man.
Yeah. What's going on?
You know, I had a glute irritation for quite a while myself when I was a younger man, but
you divorced her?
His name was his name was Michelle. You know?
I knew where that was going, man. I knew where you.
You knew it. Hey, I kind of have a feeling they're really going to baby him along this year, don't you?
I do. I think they're going to take care of it, and they've got Luka, so it's not like everything surrounds or is about him. This isn't like losing Joe Burrow, right, and putting in Jake Browning. This is I got Luka. I told you I think this is the transition to Luka's team. I do believe this is LeBron's last year in L.A., and while he's going to be a big part of that team, the centerpiece is Luka, and it's going to be really interesting to see how they play without LeBron early, and I think some of that will dictate how they handle the injury, right? But LeBron's going to make the call when LeBron comes back. I don't know if you heard this, but he calls himself the king. He is the king, and kings make their own decisions.
Yeah. Well, as his career's evolved, he's gotten a little bit harder to take. I mean, I like LeBron when he was younger, when he was running the court, and whose shot did he block? Iguodala?
Oh, on that breakaway in the Warriors series. It was Draymond, wasn't it?
I mean, who was it?
Was it Draymond? Whatever it was a classic play. Who was that?
It was a phenomenal play. I was really into him back in those days, and it's like I was listening to a sports take the other day about you'll never be able to be the GOAT unless in the top two are Kobe and Michael Jordan. They're without a doubt because of the tenacity, man. I mean, Kobe Bryant was when he tore his Achilles, he walks up there and hits those free throws, and he does it like it's nothing, and then he walks off and go,
different cat.
Right? LeBron would have had. I hate to say it because I like the guy, but he would have just had all sorts of medical attention, cards, everything. So
he certainly has a reputation.
Not a lot of people are standing up after tearing an Achilles. So
it's very rare. You saw what happened when Halliburton ripped his Achilles. By the way, it was Iguodala. You were right on that. No, Howard. Look, not a lot of dudes. But to Howard's point,
it's wild.
That's what makes it so much
happen.
more special, right? That Kobe did it. you like the fact that Kobe did it. I mean, when Halliburton ripped his, when who else went down in the playoffs last year? Lillard, Dame Lillard went down. Those guys couldn't walk off the court. The fact that Kobe did that was flat out amazing.
See, and I guess the point I'm trying to make, JJ, is mindset. It's the mindset. That,
no, it's
Kobe
physically, man. Some people can't stand, dude.
Michael and Jordan had, because they things like that. They didn't make a big deal of spraining an ankle or an injury or what have you. That's what I mean. The whole world stops if LeBron sprains an ankle. And it's too bad. But do you think this will be his last year?
I think it's his last year in LA. I do. I think it's last year with the Lakers. I think they want to move. They got new ownership. I think they're turning it over to Luka. Whose option is it after this year, JJ? Is it his or theirs?
I don't think it's an option after this year.
Is the contract up?
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to pay him $75 million to stick around and in his year 42. He's not Kobe. He's not Magic. He's not lifelong Laker. You know what I think would be great for him, and I don't know, either he's going to retire or I think he may go back to Cleveland or and I would hate to see this for Golden State. I could see him saying I want to go to Golden State for a year, compare with Steph.
I'd hate him going to Golden State.
I would too.
I wouldn't mind Cleveland.
Right.
Who's got it tonight, guys?
What's that?
Who's got it tonight?
Football?
Yeah.
Steelers. Yeah, Steelers.
Steelers?
Yeah. You like the Bengals tonight?
No, I'm just the Steelers lay an egg. Like every third or fourth, second or third game, they lay a big time egg.
All right, call me tomorrow. Let's have a conversation about it.
Yep. Well, thank you, man.
All right, man.
Have a good day, guys.
See you. No, I think the Steelers. I just don't see the Bengals tonight. Although, here's the one thing I think the Bengals have that might surprise a little bit. I think Joe Flacco with a full week of practice and a little more familiarity. I think you threw him in last week. He looked better than what they had before. Dude, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are still there, right?
Yeah, I was reluctant on the number, but I did take the Steelers 5.5 points.
Yeah, no, I think it's close. And I think the Steelers' offense looks a hell of a lot. The Bengals' offense looks a hell of a lot better tonight. Just because I think there's some familiarity with Joe Flacco. But I think the Steelers. All right, 505-246-0610. Keep them coming. Jerry Palm's going to be with us coming up at 8:30 this morning. We'll get to the phones as we come back. I want you to call LaBarge Landscape if you have a landscape that could be better. If you have a yard that could be better. If you have a friend who's got that yard that looks beautiful and you want one, LaBarge Landscape. I have them come out to the house. I can't be happy with the way they took care of both my front and my backyards. For me, and it wasn't a full transformation, I needed a cleanup. My irrigation system needed an overhaul. I needed a few trees removed. I needed all that crap on the side of the house gone. Like, I love being in my yard. When I pull up to the house, it looks different. Call LaBarge Landscape and do it now. Don't wait until the spring to get it done. You got a good picture of what you want your landscape to look like, call them. They're going to do it for you. If you're not sure, you just know you want something done, call them. They will send the design team, create something stunning for you. If you just need a cleanup, you need shrubs pruned, you need the leaves this fall, you're not going to do it. They'll take care of your leaves and all that stuff. But do not wait. You know why? Because everybody else waits. If you get it done now, there won't be a waiting list. You won't be pushed back, and you'll be able to enjoy that beautiful landscape all year long. Whether it's new sod, a sprinkler system, maybe it's xeriscape, whatever it is, turn your maybe into reality. Call LaBarge Landscape. I've been thrilled. I know you will as well. You're going to get years of enjoyment from a landscape transformation from LaBarge Landscape. You're going to love it. Go to their website. It's LaBarge, L-A-B-A-R-G-E, LaBargeLandscape.net. Bounce around the gallery, look at what they've done, and then call them and make an appointment. 505-345-3000. 505-345-3000. Have them come out. You're going to be as stoked as I am. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It's LaBarge Landscape.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action.
Animal, text this national keyword. The keyword is collect. C-O-L-L-E-C-T. Collect. Text that word to 95819. That's 95819. Text and messaging rates may apply. Data rates as well. We'll text you back a confirmation that we've received it. Please do not text and drive. All right. I wanted to hit on this. Politics and sports mix, and I'm not going to get into who's right, who's wrong. I don't care which side of the aisle you are on this. President Trump recently questioned whether or not Boston and Chicago should host World Cup matches. Trump is in the middle. He's got the Olympics coming. He's got the World Cup coming to North America, and he questioned whether he said I can pull those games. Basically, he said I can move those if those cities aren't ready. And FIFA is the global soccer body, and they put out a statement yesterday confirming that the United States government does have the ability to move World Cup matches based on those comments of President Trump. There were question marks surrounding moving games. 78 of the 104 games are slated to take place in the United States. They'll also be in Canada and Mexico. Trump questioned the safety of cities, specifically Boston and Chicago. FIFA, and seemingly against comments made by their vice president, sided with Trump, and they put out this statement yesterday, quote, "Safety and security are the top priorities of all FIFA events worldwide. Safety and security are obviously the government's responsibility, and they decide what is in the best interest for public safety. We hope every one of our 16 host cities will be ready to successfully host and fulfill all necessary requirements." That was part of the quote. Now, previously, this same, the vice president, Victor Montagliani, this is what he had said previously, quote, "FIFA holds jurisdiction around moving games. With all due respect to current world leaders, football is bigger than them, and football will survive their regime and their government and their slogans," end quote. But now it really seems like FIFA's backing down to Trump, and whatever, if Trump wants to move him to, whatever, where would he go? Is Nashville already hosting him? I'm just thinking of red cities that would red states, right? He wants to move them out of Boston, and this would hurt the economy, obviously, in whether it's Chicago, and people have already bought tickets. Aren't tickets already gone for the World Cup?
Play in Foxborough.
Yeah. It's not in Boston, but people would stay in Boston. Look,
dude, when I hear something like
understand
that, it's 100% political.
Of course.
It's not about the safety, because then I'm saying, well, why aren't you asking to move the Patriots games or the Boston Bruins games then? It's political grandstanding, which that's the way that game is played with all those people at that level, and it's just more to advance his agenda. And yeah, they're gonna be like, absolutely.
Whatever you
want, let's go.
Whatever you say.
Because they're
kind of where the
shaking
world
hands,
is.
and
Yeah.
it's all about the money.
Yep. No, it's just interesting to see FIFA change their tune, where previously it was football is bigger than the government.
No, isn't the head of FIFA was just like in the Oval Office like a week ago? So of course he's gonna.
Well, and Trump will be right in the middle of all that, and he'll probably light the Olympic torch. It won't be, was it Ali last time it was in the United States? It'll probably be Trump lighting the torch, right? He'll be in the middle of the Olympics. And look, when it was in China, Xi was in the middle of it, right? When it was in Russia, Putin was right there, and the leader of the country is always front and center. And that will be Donald
Very
Trump.
interesting comparisons.
But am I wrong? But that's just the most recent Olympics. I don't remember the emperor or the prime minister of Japan, but when it was there, they're all there. So that's the way this will be. All right, when we come back, we're talking some college football. Jerry Palm will be with us. He of Palm Brackets. We'll talk about last week. We'll talk about the firings of James Franklin and Trent Dilfer and Trent Bray, and who's up for some of those jobs and some of the big games this week. Catch up on college football with Jerry Palm next. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
Fall is the best.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView
Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke.
Pretty soon we're going to get a college football playoff standings. Halfway through the season, it's the opening drive, Jefferson Bieta and J.J. Buck. Get back to phone calls in a little bit. Coaching carousel is going to be bonkers. The back end of the season looks nuts. Let's catch up with our good friend Jerry Palm. His website is Palm Brackets. Go check it out because it is fantastic. PALM brackets.com, and you'll get all kinds of stuff there. He joins us this morning. Good morning, Jerry Palm. How you living?
I'm all right. How are you?
Life's grooving. Thank you. I guess I kind of want to start with the coaching carousel.
Oh my God!
It's yeah. This thing. Well, because it's not just the guys who've been fired now, and the ones. It's then who's going to leave to take places and all the names, and the top is James Franklin. Jerry, it was less than 3 weeks ago, I want to say it was like 20 days ago or 19 days ago, they were ranked third in the country. They were one game removed from playing a national championship, and now they fired their coach because he lost 3 games in a row. And I'm not telling you it's right or wrong, but it's bonkers.
Yeah.
And $49 million.
And like 20 days ago, they were leading Oregon in overtime. Went on to lose that, and then 2 more disastrous losses. I mean, it's really, the thing is that Franklin has always been a guy that it seems like the fans have never really taken to for whatever reason. It was just never enough. But as long as you're only losing to Ohio State every year, I guess that's okay, right?
Kind of.
But once you start losing to teams that aren't Ohio State, or, Oregon obviously is a great team. It's those, his record against the very good teams, the elite teams, was terrible. But he hardly ever lost to anyone else. Well, now you look like you have a season where the wheels have come off, and Drew Aller is out for the year and his career with an injury now. So this season was going nowhere, and they felt it must be time to make, or this is a good time to make a change.
Jerry, one of the things that I was curious with the new revenue sharing, with the amount of money that's going to players, I was wondering with buyouts like this, are schools going to be able to make moves like this? And there's a number of places.
Yeah, with the big buyouts for the coaches.
Yeah, $49 million. I think Wisconsin's somewhat in the same boat right now with Luke Fickell. Where's the money coming from? And people say, oh, you could always find $49 million. Really?
Really?
I guess so.
Because I've been looking.
Yeah. No, where the hell is it? Yes. Yes.
I mean, I've looked under the desk.
You're looking in the wrong places, man. You're looking under the wrong desks.
Because I haven't found it.
Yeah, you're under the wrong desks. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I was a little surprised.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
The money in college football is crazy. In college sports in general, or at least the major sports, the revenue sports. College basketball a little bit like that. Of course, you're talking about smaller rosters, but it's hard to hold on to your coaches. If you get rid of them, you're paying them a ton of money. It's hard to hold on to your players, especially if you're a place like my school, Purdue. Purdue, of course, fired their coach at the end of last year, and all the players left. So Barry Odom, a pretty good coach, comes in, and there isn't anybody left on the roster because they all took money and went away.
But that story's all over America, Jerry. Everywhere there's a change.
That's just an example of what is almost typical. But even, like Purdue basketball. Purdue's got the number 1 team in basketball to start the season. And part of why Purdue is so good and has been able to be so good for so long is the program has developed continuity.
That's right. What I say.
And that's so totally against what is going on everywhere else. Even the really good programs are roster building every year. And, Purdue had All-American Braden Smith, and, there were people coming after him with money, and he decided to stay. But what's happening at Purdue for basketball is completely against what's going on in everywhere else. They're the anomaly in basketball.
He's Jerry Palm from Palm Practice. He's with us on the Sports Animal.
Well, Jerry, what do you make of that Big Ten football powerhouse, Indiana?
Yeah, it's something. As a guy who's been invested in the Big Ten and knows a lot about Indiana because they're the rival, it's surreal that Indiana is suddenly this good in football when they never, ever once have been in the 100 and some years that they've been playing football. It's insane. And it happened overnight because the way college football is now, as we just discussed, you can do that. So, they brought in Cignetti. They gave him a ton of money. He was able to get players, and they got very good immediately. And it's been, a great story in college football that Indiana's actually good. Wouldn't it be weird to have, Indiana win a football championship, almost 40 years after their last basketball championship? If you'd have told people back then, you'll win again someday in basketball, but your football team's got to win first.
Yeah, they'd have told you
it's just nuts. And we could be in a position where Indiana wins a football championship and Purdue's a favorite to win the basketball championship, and you could have both championships in this state, and neither one of them's at Notre Dame.
Yeah, don't throw that caveat in as well. Yeah, it's something. I look at what's going on. SC beats Michigan. Now they got Notre Dame. SC is, and again, it still kind of adjusts my mind that that's a Big Ten team in USC. SC legitimate to you, or did they just beat a mediocre Michigan team? And let's see what they can do this week.
I think USC is a legitimate bottom third of a top 25 team.
Okay, and that's where they are.
They're a good team. They're not somebody chasing for a playoff spot, but they're a good team. They can go into Notre Dame and win. I'd be surprised if they did. If that game were at USC, I'd feel differently about it. But I think Notre Dame is doing well enough. And by the way, this is going to be their marquee win. If they get to 10-2, this will be it. This will be the marquee win for Notre Dame. Their case for making the college football playoffs hinges on this game. 100%. Obviously, 9-3 is not going to be good enough for almost anybody anywhere. So they have to finish 10-2, and then USC has to be that team that I just described.
They have to win.
Someone that's still in the top 25 at the end of the year, even if they're not, higher than say 17 or 18.
Let me hit on the other LA team that also beat a Michigan team last week. Tim Skipper's turned that thing around. Is he splashy enough? Tim Skipper did a nice job as the interim at Fresno State. He's done, I think, an amazing job at UCLA. Like him and Jerry Neuheisel.
Get that team to win a game, let alone beat Penn State.
Jerry, they were a corpse, and they look different. Why would he not be a contender and maybe even the front runner for that job now?
Well, let's see how they finish the year. But, yeah, I would think that if they go on and they're just asking them to make a bowl game, it's probably a lot at this point, but it's not impossible. And if they end up with, 4 or 5 wins and, are competitive the rest of the way, I don't see why he couldn't be a candidate for this job. Maybe he doesn't want it. It's a tough job, man.
That is. Yeah.
It's a tough job because you compete with USC in your home market.
And you're in the Big Ten.
You're competing in a Big Ten that's got a lot of great teams. You play in a stadium that's 75 miles from your campus. It's probably further than that. And nobody goes to the games. So, and even if you're good, you're probably not going to get much of a home crowd.
Probably right.
Well, Jerry, big week in the SEC. I want to get thoughts. Ole Miss at Georgia with the Dogs, 7.5-point favorites.
Yeah, I like Georgia at home. I always like Georgia at home. I don't know that I like that line very much. That seems like a big number, but Ole Miss has been, climbing up the rankings. They top 5 now. They're pretty close. That's a team that's done well. But yeah, I don't know that I like him at Georgia, but I'll be surprised if it's a not more competitive than that 7.5-point line. I don't know. I can see him winning by a touchdown, I guess, and that's pretty close. But I'd be surprised if Georgia ran him out of the building.
And speaking of the era we're in, Vanderbilt is a favorite over LSU.
Yeah, when was the last time that happened? World War II? Congratulations to Vanderbilt, though, that they're getting that kind of respect. And they've earned it. I still like LSU in that game because I think their defense can cause Vanderbilt trouble. And then the question is, can LSU score enough? That's our question every week. But I think I like LSU in that game. But you can't be surprised now if Vanderbilt wins. They're on a good run right now as a program. So, and they play with confidence, and they have skilled players.
All right, Group of 5, South Florida went into Denton and put it on North Texas. They sold out that stadium at North Texas, 63-36.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Yeah, no, they put it on them. Memphis is still undefeated. And then I got UNLV at Boise State this weekend. And I know Boise State with 2 losses is out of the playoff running, but UNLV likes to believe that they are. This would be maybe their biggest win.
For sure.
Yeah, where do you stand? Because I kind of like UNLV this weekend.
I don't know. I'm probably going to pick Boise. I haven't written anything yet. Boise is want to say about a 7-point favorite.
Because UNLV
right?
has no defense, because they had to rely on a missed Air Force field goal to avoid overtime last year.
Actually, Boise's a 12.5-point favorite. It's almost 2-touchdown favorite.
That's too.
I don't know if I like that number, but UNLV's got a gaudy record and literally have played nobody. So this will be their first real test, and their first real test is on the Smurf turf. So that's usually not a good thing. This Boise State team is not as good as some of those in the recent past, but they're still pretty good. I actually like Boise to win. I don't know if they're going to cover 12.5, but I like them to win.
Yeah, I think they score. My issue is UNLV's defense. I mean, they gave up 48 points to Air Force last week and they scored with 36 seconds to go. Air Force came down and missed a field goal that would have put it in overtime, and Air Force is 1-5.
I'm not buying UNLV yet, but if they win this week, I'll start buying them.
You buying Mullen as a candidate for Penn State? Who do you like as the Penn State candidate?
I saw somebody, and I now forget where I saw this, but I saw somebody say something about Pat Fitzgerald, the former Northwestern coach, who's out of coaching right now because of a scandal that happened on his watch at Northwestern. And, if he gets another chance, he's a good coach. I mean, he's always done well. I can't imagine whatever problems occurred at Northwestern would happen again because, he's smart enough to learn his lesson. So I think that would be an interesting name. You heard Mark Rule's name, the Nebraska coach, be mentioned. But that's the level of a coach you're talking about. Someone who's already the coach of a good team.
Does Signetti leave there?
Job. Unless it's Pat Fitzgerald, who has coached good teams that's currently out of coaching.
What about Signetti?
Yeah, well, there you go. That's they can come up with the money, and it's funny because he's got a good thing going where he is. But Penn State can definitely provide more resources. Any way you want to measure what a resource is, Penn State has more of it. And Indiana is still always going to be a basketball school. You can be great in football, and they are great in football, and they still have fans leaving at halftime of games.
Because they're up by 30.
The level of excitement is only going to get so high at Indiana for football season. So, Penn State, that's never a problem.
All right, read him every day. It's palmbrackets.com. He's got bowl projections. He's got great content on there every week. College football, basketball as well.
Soon.
Yeah, basketball as well as we roll into that. In fact, a Global Basketball Exhibition game in Pullman is 1 week from tomorrow is when, and you've already seen, when I see Auburn, Oklahoma State last night, an exhibition game, so those are already happening.
Yeah,
as well.
exhibition games are already going on. I think Purdue's at Kentucky sometime next week.
Yeah, all right. Enjoy the weekend. I know you will. I will catch up with you next. Where am I next Thursday? That's after the CUSA weekday. So, but I'll be here next Thursday. We'll both catch up with you then. Jerry, be well. Follow him on the X as well. What's your handle now?
JP Palm 85.
JP Palm 85. It's a great follow. All right, we'll talk to you next week. Be well.
All right, thanks.
He is Jerry Palm. The candidates at Penn State. I too have been looking for $49 million. I've been looking under the wrong desk.
Haven't been able to find it yet.
So I'm thinking $49 million to buy out your former coach. You're going to have to come up with a chunk to buy out a contract if you go with a Signetti or somebody who's already there. Fitzgerald, there's no buyout because he's out of work. And then you got to come up with $8, $10, $12 million a year to pay him. Right?
That is correct.
The amount of money is insane. That's why there was a little bit of surprise in me when they fired James Franklin. A little bit. But they found it. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar.
Beautiful chair featuring the Isleta New Mexico Bowl logo the Mustang Home Goods owner Mike Waring made for me. It's the centerpiece of my office, and you can see it on the Opening Drive's Facebook page. When you take a look at it, think about you. What defines you? What would you like? I don't know that defines me, but it's something that it's a big part of what I do. Then you can ask Mike to make something special for you. Schedule a consultation with Mike. Go to MustangHomeGoods.com. This isn't just furniture. This is usable art. It is beautiful. It'll be the centerpiece of your home, of your office. Mike pours his heart into this. This is what he does. Creates beautiful custom furniture for people of all shapes and all sizes. He surprised me with this beautiful chair. Everybody comes to my office. It's kind of a weird thing now, JJ. Everybody's like, is that the chair? Is that what you're talking about? Let me see. Oh, wow. Wow, it really is that cool. Damn. Tell your story in your home with Mustang Home Goods. And Mike is a special, special dude. He's a former Navy officer. Now he pours his heart into creating custom furniture for people, and they get the wow factor. By the way, it's really, really, really comfortable. Have them create something for you. And if you're looking for that special gift for someone who buys everything for themselves, impossible to buy for, this is going to fit the bill, but you got to get in on it now. 505-418-8070. 505-418-8070. That's the number to get a hold of Mike and schedule a consultation, or go to MustangHomeGoods.com. Bounce around the website. I know you're going to love this stuff. MustangHomeGoods.com. Tell your story in your home. Opening Drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. We're going to do Two Idiots, Too Many Teams, some fantasy football. If you got some stuff you want to get in on, you got some questions on fantasy football. JJ, I was just looking at one of my rosters, dude. I'll get there next, but I'm loaded at wide receiver, but I'm not. Does that make sense?
Football's going to get you.
It's
that injury reaper is always lurking.
Everybody's got it. Everybody's got it. Anything special that you pulled out of what Jerry had to say? Although you always get your Purdue.
No, I was like discussing the national football landscape with Jerry Palm, and it is fascinating where college football is right now. Indiana, a gigantic win on the road. Vanderbilt, home favorites over LSU. There are traditional powers that will always be there, but the game has changed, man.
Indiana's fascinating, the state of it. I mean, it is a hoop state. And what's going on? Like Indiana, I asked Destiny Hooks the other day. I emceed a Lobo living room thing. She's from Indiana. And I said, all right, what's a better, like a more rabid hoops state? And even in front of the Lobo crowd, it's like, I got to go with my home state. Like Indiana, this place is great. The pit's unbelievable. But Indiana, I mean, it's different, right? I mean, Steve Alford used to tell you that all the time. As much as he loved it here, Indiana was different.
Great question. I love that.
What's that? I probably put her on the spot. I probably wouldn't have.
Hey, got to handle it.
Yeah, no, she did. But she wants to be in sports broadcasting. She wants my job, she told me. Destiny Hooks, the Lobo guard.
To tell her, get in line.
Yeah, you can have it. It's easy. Everybody can do it. It's easy. 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, 50-something weeks a year. Yeah, it's easy. Everybody can do it. All right, we're going to do Two Idiots, Too Many Teams. You got some fantasy football questions you want to bounce off of two idiots who have too many teams? Get in now at 505-246-0610 on the Opening Drive I'm 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets.
Even at the wide receiver position, that can act as one-to-one replacements to get you by. A lot like we see, when the RB2 gets an opportunity, might take over. I think there's a couple wide receivers that are very interesting if you have the ability to make that move. And I'll start with the big one. It's Puka Nacua. Jordan Whittington is going to step into the lineup. Now you expect, Devontae Adams going to get a ton of targets, but Whittington is a guy that runs the Puka routes, that actually has handled a 2% share of rushing attempts. I know that's a minuscule number, but that's in the vein of what Puka Nacua can do at times in that offense. I think he is a startable player this week as a wide receiver 3.
Really?
If you need someone, because you have a wide receiver room like that.
More than Io Manor?
Yes. Because I like Stafford in the Rams offense versus new coach Calvin Ridley and whatever, Cam Ward and whatever they have, even without Calvin Ridley there.
All right, Whittington, huh?
Yeah, I think he's there. Another one. Again, this is waivers have gone through. Some of these guys might still be there. You're seeing the stuff that's coming up. Even with a limited practice, you look at Marvin Harrison Jr. coming back from concussion protocol in case of emergency. Keep Zay Jones on your radar. He ran 85% of the routes when Harrison went down last week. Brissett's pushing the football downfield. Jones had 12.9 fantasy points. Again, that is just a 1-for-1. If you get there on Sunday, someone's ruled out, he could still be there. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even with Mike Evans practicing, if he plays, I think that hurts some of the hype for Tez Johnson, the young wide receivers. But Cade Otton is still on my radar if you're looking for that tight end play. You look at what he did. He led the team with 26% target share last week, even with Evans back. Ibuka looks like he's not going to play. Chris Godwin is not going to play. So that's the veteran receiving options in a tough matchup, Bucks and Lions. Another 1-to-1, Michael Mayer, man, the Raiders tight end who was the dude before Brock Bowers got there. He's good. And he stepped in, led the Raiders with 32% target share last week, scored a touchdown. Bowers is nowhere close to coming back. He's going to be in the lineup. And for the sickos out there, and I'm one of these sickos because James Cook is on a bye. I only had 2 running backs on my roster. Tajay Spears is going to be starting for me in PPR league. If the Titans playing from behind, Spears took over the third down work last week. Had a 60% snap share, ran a route on 64% when he was out there. That's one, if I can get 8 points and survive this week, sometimes you got to take it.
On the Tampa Bay receivers, about an hour ago, Rick Stroud of the Tampa Bay Times reported that Mike Evans is expected to practice today. So he hadn't practiced any fashion over the last 3 weeks, that left hamstring. But he's ready to take first meaningful step towards the recovery. The injury report will come out later this week, but there's a chance you get him back. And without Ibuka and Godwin, that would be something. So that leads me into my issue. All right? Hear me. Non-PPR. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, then you get a flex. I got to play Bill. I got to play DeAndre Swift coming off those 2. I got to play Smith and Jigba, and I feel like I got to play Metcalf. So now give me 1. Kamara, Jalen Warren, Stephon Diggs, or Mike Evans. It's a good problem to have. Don't get me wrong. I like it. But where you go? Jalen Warren tonight.
Non-PPR, I'm leaning probably towards Evans or Diggs.
But they got to play. Well, Evans has to play. See, that's my issue, right?
And that's a Monday night game, so you can't hold out on that one.
Yeah.
You got to make a decision.
I mean, do you play? So you like Diggs over Warren, though? Because that's safe. See, well, I mean, maybe it's safe. Everybody else has a damn Q next to them. I guess I can go, well, Kamara does too.
Yeah, I would expect Kamara, Warren, and Diggs to all play. I don't think there's any. Like, Kamara sat out of practice last week, too.
So which of those 5 you like, right? Because you're with me, right? You got to play Bill, you got to play Swift, right? You got to play Njigba, and you got to play DK. So it's Stephon Diggs, Mike Evans, Jalen Warren, or Alvin Kamara. Non-PPR. It's a good problem.
Yeah, it's I'd probably go Alvin Kamara.
Really? Over Warren?
Yeah.
Over Warren.
Do you think Warren's scoring a touchdown tonight?
I don't know, man. I like the way he looked when he came back. I think he's trending up on reps and opportunities, and I think Kamara's trending down. I think Warren getting healthy is going to get more, and Kendre Miller's stealing a bunch of the stuff. Now, I like Kamara against Chicago, but I love Warren against Cincinnati. So.
It comes down to who do you think scoring a touchdown? Oh, because Jalen Warren and Alvin Kamara did the exact same thing on the football field.
Yeah. Like
11 carries, 10 carries. Right. And so if it's not PPR.
Yeah, so Diggs may find the end zone.
Who do you think is scoring a touchdown?
Yeah, and maybe it's Diggs against Tennessee. Or, I'm just going to tell you, if Mike Evans plays, I like Mike Evans. But again, that's a Monday night thing, and you know what, though? I do have a fallback on Mike Evans. Because if Evans doesn't play, I have Laporta as my backup tight end. I could put him in as the flex.
It's opportunity, right? It's Jalen Warren's going to be on the field. He's going to play. He hasn't gone over 50 yards rushing on the season, and if it's not PPR, he hasn't scored a touchdown.
You like him at PPR instead of Etienne?
Yeah, I think in Cincinnati, there's more opportunities there for him to have that kind of game where he's 50 yards rushing, maybe 30 yards receiving.
Yeah, I got him in that lineup tonight. Him and Rodgers instead of Etienne and instead of Chuba Hubbard. I mean, Etienne against the Rams, I don't love that much. All right, you know what else is getting people points? If you play the right defense, if you find the right matchup, if you find, I don't know, a Denver against Jackson Dart against a rookie on the road this weekend, if you find the Rams against a beat-up Ravens last week, or who Denver played against the Jets last week in 9 sacks, if you find the right matchup on defense, you find some hidden points that might put you over the top.
That is all you, man. You're the team defensive guy.
No, you don't stream defenses?
I don't play any leagues that we play defenses.
But a lot of leagues do. You stream that the right way. If you stream, and look, if you get a power defense like I mean, I got Denver. I don't want to let them go. Every year I played musical chairs with defense. But I got Denver in one league, the Rams in the other. Like, I don't want to let them go on the bye week. You know what I'm saying? I carried 2 for a minute just to get through. I don't know how I got both of them, but I got 17 points out of a defense last week. Dude. That's a gigantic number. That puts you over the top.
Yeah, it's huge.
So, I mean, if you stream that. All right, quarterbacks. So your top guys are your top guys. Bye weeks and injuries are making you dip a little lower. I chose this week to go Aaron Rodgers because Josh Allen's on a bye. I'm going veteran Aaron Rodgers against, and I'm playing matchups against Cincinnati as opposed to Dylan Gabriel tempted me. I'm not going to lie. The Dylan Gabriel thing tempted.
Yeah, I think Cleveland is going to be able to do what they want to do, and they had to throw it 55 times last week. You're not going to have to throw it 55 times against Steelers.
No.
This is a Quinshon Judkins bounce back spot for the Browns run game. But Rodgers is in a good spot tonight against this Bengals defense. They're confident. Man, like I said, it's one where you can start thinking, hey, we're getting 2 touchdowns at Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I think that's right. My options are Gabriel, Spencer Rattler, J.J. McCarthy, Cam Ward. I mean,
It's Aaron Rodgers.
Right?
Easy.
And that's where I went. Mac Jones, whatever. Everybody's playing a dude who's got three quarterbacks on his roster. He won't let one go. I'd like one. He won't let one go. All right. Good luck to you. It's fighting your way through. I think JJ gave you some good options. Gave me some good ideas on what to do if I get that issue with everybody out. I got a lot of good receivers, dude. Somebody's got to play. 505-246-0610. And you can get in on any of that if you want. When we get back, I'm going to reset the top, the big stories of the day. Open it up to you. 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Center.
Sunday on Compass Media Network's coverage.
Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun.
Dodger Stadium waiting for the Brewers to announce a starting pitcher. Blue Jays beat the Mariners last night 13-4. American League Championship Series is 2-1. Seattle is in front. That game 4 is tonight in Washington State. LA and the Brewers 2-0 Dodgers, and they'll play in Los Angeles tonight. We got football for you here on the Sports Animal. 5:30 is when our coverage starts. Steelers and Bengals to kick off your NFL week. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. He is doing the work of the Lord. You interpret as you wish. Colts linebacker Zaire Franklin backing up his buddy, Brian Branch. So Brian Branch was suspended. The punch he threw at Juju Smith-Schuster, it started that melee after the game the other night between the Colts and the Chiefs. Was it the Colts and Chiefs? Yeah.
No, it was Lions.
It was the Lions and the Chiefs. Yeah, the Lions. Zaire Franklin isn't holding back, though. He's a Colts linebacker. Franklin is defending Branch, and Branch lost his appeal of the 1-game suspension. He appealed it to the NFL, and he lost his appeal. Quote Zaire Franklin, Juju needed his ass whooped. Let's just go there. He's been needing his ass whooped for a minute. Brian Branch is doing the work of the Lord. End quote. Brian Branch's punch at the end of the game set off that scuffle. That was players from the Lions and the Chiefs. Dan Campbell is the Lions coach. He criticized Branch. Branch, second-year safety, admitted he acted childish. He felt provoked throughout the game. But the Colts linebacker, Franklin, said he saw no reason to condemn Branch. Instead, he's turning his attention to Juju Smith-Schuster. He says that Smith-Schuster's antics on the field have rubbed players wrong for years. He continued to go on. Quote, Juju Smith-Schuster is an a-hole, bro. But he said the whole. He said, this is my thing. I'm going to talk greasy to you. We're going to go right up. And then when we get that one-on-one, I ain't going to duck the smoke. So if I win or lose, it is what it is. He's the type that's going to do all the little weird sneaky stuff, push you behind the back, go run to the ref, then try to be cool with you after. End quote. All right, this is a guy on another team. He couldn't, he went on clown Schuster for how he looked after the altercation, referenced both of the pictures that circulate online showing Smith-Schuster with a bloody nose. How do you get a bloody nose? How do you get punched in the face wearing a face mask, get a bloody nose?
Face mask.
Did it get through? Zaire Franklin continued. Bro, you can't be crying with your nose bloody. You got kids, bro. Like, what's going to happen with your son? Come on, bro. I really be feeling like, bro, I can't let y'all, my son in the stands, I can't let you put your hands on me. My girl watching. She might like you now after this. Like, what I'm going to tell my girl when I come home, I just got my ass whooped on Sunday night. End quote. Why is Zaire Franklin so involved? Why does he care so much? A guy on the Colts cares so much about
Apparently he's had some run-ins
I guess.
with Juju. Could be buddies with Branch. So it's out there, but it's not talked a lot about the 17th commandment, thou shalt smack Juju. So,
Yeah, I forgot about that. I haven't read it in a minute. Yeah.
kind of gets lost, but I appreciate Zaire Franklin reminding us. We all need that reminder sometimes.
Yeah. It's the Lord's work. They play week 12, by the way. Chiefs and Colts are scheduled. Now all of a sudden there's a little intrigue with some bad blood on it. And I got to guess it won't be Juju going after Zaire Franklin. But it just came off odd to me that a dude on another team is so vehement about protecting a dude on another team. But you're right. Obviously, there's something there. There's something that runs deep with those guys. And it's interesting. It is. All right. 505-246-0610. If you want to get in today, please do. Emails jeff@sportsanalytic2.com and jj@sportsanalytic2.com. Hey, this kind of went under the radar. Baseball stuff. Mike Shildt was the Padres manager. They won 90 games for the second straight year. They lost the wild card round of the playoffs. And he retired after the season. Let me start here. I was stunned. Now, I'm not following the Padres as closely as some. But didn't that shock you when he walked away from that roster?
They're in a good spot.
They won 95 games last year, 90 games this year. Like, they're really good. So the San Diego Union Tribune and the New York Post, both are reporting now it's all coming out. There's discontent under the surface. The report by John Hyman of the New York Post came out Tuesday. Said the relationship between the manager and one of his coaches deteriorated so badly that a fight nearly broke out between them. Wednesday, the San Diego paper published a much more expansive piece and talked about a slew of team sources who called Shildt as an unyieldingly demanding manager of his coaching staff and of the team's support staff. That he had a tendency to micromanage and possessed a quick temper that's easily triggered by questioning or feedback. I don't know Mike Shildt. Look, I'm just listening to reports. I do know this. I think you can judge people about how they treat people who can't do anything for them. How do you treat the support staff? How do you treat the security people, the people who do your laundry, the people who clean, the people who cook, right? How do you treat those people? I think tells a whole lot about who you are.
Yes, it does.
The story in the San Diego paper talked about Shildt wearing out his welcome with the Cardinals before he got fired there. This time, again, he walked away. Quote, a half dozen sources, including current and former members of the Cardinals, and two people who were part of the front office that considered interviewing Shildt in the month after he was fired, said some Cardinals coaches and others threatened to quit if Shildt remained. That was part of that story. I don't know. Sometimes you get out before the posse. But I don't know. One of the reasons I'm going to leave is a frustration with the stress and the inability to please everyone. This was Shildt in 2019. I made a decision to go home because of this. I'm tired of dealing with it. All right. Sounds like probably nobody's going to be all that upset that he left. You don't have to be lovey-lovey with everyone. Look, everybody's got different management styles, right? And there's many successful people with different styles. I've got mine. I know what I react well to, or to what I react well. But everybody, some people need to be pushed. Some people need to be kicked in the ass and yelled at. Some people don't react well to that. I know how I manage. I know how, but you got to treat different people different ways, right?
Well, and based on their roles and kind of what are they expected to do. Like, you don't, like you said, a lot, maybe the behind the scenes stuff or support staff, like, you don't need to kick them in the butt unless just someone's doing a bad job.
That's right. That's 100% right. All right, when we get back, I want to get into some of the James Franklin stuff. This is another coach who is out. He got fired. but what the people at Penn State are saying about James Franklin and how the people who are left, feel that they let him down. This is a totally different feel than what's going on in San Diego. You can get in on Lobos in Nevada. That's coming up on Saturday. I want your thoughts on getting out to that game. I got emails from you as well, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, The Sports Animal. What are you doing for lunch today? Got an idea for you. I got a good idea for you. How about getting over to Twin Peaks? Twin Peaks has great lunches. Starting at $7.99 every day. You can go out there, salads, soups, sandwiches, and a wonderful atmosphere. Get yourself out to Twin Peaks and enjoy yourself. And if you're out late night, Twin Peaks has hand-stretched flatbreads. They're coming in hot. Close out your nights with a win. Their favorite flatbreads are available during late-night hours for a steal. Get over there and score one for just $9 from 10 p.m. to close Sunday through Thursday. Cowboy fans, game days at Twin Peaks. They're giving away epic Cowboy jerseys all season long just for catching the game day at Twin Peaks. Get to Twin Peaks for every Cowboys game for your chance to win. Ask your Twin Peaks girl for more details. And they got all the baseball going on. They got the hockey going on. They got National Dessert Month going on. This is a National Dessert Month. Did you know? They do. Sweet endings over there like Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cheesecake topped with rum chata sauce. Or the Twin Peaks sundae with vanilla ice cream and a warm Ghirardelli brownie. Pair that with a Screwball peanut butter whiskey over the top for the ultimate game day finish. And they are recruiting. If you're looking for a job where you can have a ton of fun and you can make great money, Twin Peaks is the team for you. They're looking for Twin Peaks girls. They're looking for cooks, bussers, barbacks, whatever it is, everything you can think of over there. Text WORK4TP. WORK4TP to 85000. WORK4TP 85000 and apply at Twin Peaks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills.
And the interim coach had a interesting comment. Terry Smith is the interim coach at Penn State. Great opportunity for Terry Smith, although usually if you're the interim coach, you were the assistant for a guy that got fired, and you've got a great relationship with the guy who got fired, right? He gave you an opportunity. Usually he's a good friend. Terry Smith is not sugarcoating what's going on there. 2 months ago, 3 weeks ago, they were ranked second or third in the poll. They were among the favorites to return to the college football playoff. Now, midway through the season, they've lost 3 in a row, and Franklin got canned. Terry Smith, yesterday at his press conference, quote, "We all failed Coach Franklin. That's why he's not here." They obviously love that. One of the captains is Nick Dawkins. Nick Dawkins said he's been experiencing guilt since Franklin was fired. Quote, "Ultimately, as players, it's an overwhelming sense of guilt. Like, we got our coach fired. We didn't play well enough. We didn't do our job good enough. Now he doesn't have a job anymore. Just a new sense of ownership and responsibility." There's part of me that appreciates that. There's part of me that appreciates trying to take responsibility. I get that. There's part of me that appreciates the loyalty. He brought me here, he gave me a chance, and we failed him. As I sit here, and I never want a guy to get fired. I'm not big on that thing. I'm not that guy who yells and screams for jobs. Is it weird that I don't feel horrible because dude walked away with $49 million?
Yes.
It is weird?
No, I mean, I was agreeing, like...
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you lose your job, but, like, that's a golden parachute for these guys, man.
I mean...
Like, I know it's the contract, but still, it's like, okay. The worst thing that happens to you is you get paid out because you didn't live up to their expectations.
Yeah, look, I've been fired. Okay? It's a blow to your ego. It's hard to take. You sit back and you know, what could I have done differently? Even if you think it's your fault or not, or you're told, whatever. It's most of us have been fired at some point. It's hard because it's what you do. It's what you love. It's not who you are, but it's part of you, right? James Franklin's going to get a shot. I promise you, James Franklin's going to be a coach again. Whether it's next year or the year after, he will be a coach. And a $49 million parachute should set you for life. You should be good. The player, that Smith, I'm sorry, Terry Smith, the coach, continued, "Obviously, this is a challenging week. The guys are responding somewhat. We still have some work to do. They're all hurt and torn, disappointed in what happened. Coach brought everyone in the building in. These are young people. They're not used to people. We as adults, we have to adjust quicker. We're just taking the time to mentor these guys, spend some quality time to get them interested and motivated and back out there. So there's a big sense of guilt because they loved James Franklin. And I'm not telling you Penn State shouldn't have made the move or should have made the move. That's not it. I always tell you, when these things happen, the ripple effect of how many people it touches is unseen, right? All the assistant coaches on that staff are on the phone trying to get a job for next year. They got a job for this year, but they're trying to figure out where they're coaching next year, where their families are going, where their kids are going to go to school. Jeff, that's part of the job. You're right. You're right. They opted to get into that business. They understand it. Doesn't make it any easier. Yeah, you're right. But the ripple and again, I'm not telling you they should or should not have made this move. But when you see the emotion like this, and you see these guys out there, and you see young men, 21, 22-year-old young men, going through the emotion, man, I failed this guy. Like, I feel guilty. He brought me here. He gave me an opportunity. I feel guilty. It just exacerbates the point a little bit. That's all. 505-246-0610. Ben, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. How you living, Ben?
Doing great. Thank you for taking my call. I just had a couple quick points in regards to the James Franklin firing, and just a couple words. I don't know if it's hypocritical or comical, but the writing was on the wall, obviously, at Penn State when he lost to UCLA. The writing was on the wall that he was going to get rid of at the end of the year. Losing to Northwestern at home is absolutely unforgivable for him at Penn State. But the thing that's hypocritical about it, what changed? Just because he lost to Northwestern, you wanted to get rid of him so bad. And most of the times, like you were saying, this is what made me call you. I've gotten fired from a job, and most people that get fired from a job, sometimes it's certain, maybe they're making cuts, or sometimes it is performance-based. Well, if it is performance-based, and in 1 week you decide to fire the guy, but hey, you're not doing good enough for us, but here is $49 million out the door, that is just mind-boggling to me. I understand it's in the contract, and I understand everything like that. Well, he was good enough last year to sign a brand new contract.
Right.
I think he signed his contract last year.
I think it was the year before, but yeah.
A new extension. So thank you for taking my call, and I'll let you guys talk on the matter. Thank you.
Ben, and that's great. And yeah, I think they did give him the extension after they got to the semifinal of the college football playoff, right? So he got an extension 10 months ago. 9 months ago. Yeah. No, his point's not wrong. You were good enough then, but you lost UCLA Northwestern. We got to get you the hell out of here. The pressure, the donors, Penn State's different than Indiana or New Mexico, or I get it to some respect. But you were good enough for me to give you this contract extension 9 months ago when you were 1 game away from the championship. Terry, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Terry.
Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, JJ. Chime in, start with a little lighthearted. My son over the weekend, he sent me a text that, Dad, I see you were named the interim coach at Penn State. And I said, oh, yeah, thank you, sure. and then, of course, my wife goes, I'd rather he'd be the one who got the buyout.
Yeah. Well, at least you wouldn't be around anymore. So, I mean, then you can go to work. But yeah, no, pay me $49 million to scram. I'm good.
Yeah, and so, but part of it is, again, lawyers have to get involved because one of it in the fine print was he has to be searching for another job. And so, it's going to crazy, and so I'm sure you'll probably get one, but I think you can take one for, $1 million or less or whatever, and then they'll pay the difference. But it's always going to be something to try to get out of paying what they got to pay. From
right,
the
way they're written, Terry, for people who don't know, so typically if you get another job, it will offset the expense. So let's just say you get a job that's going to pay you $24 million over the next 3 years, and that goes out. So they're going to owe you the difference between 49 and 24. They'll owe you that 25.
Correct. Now down Jimbo, I think he was just told take your 70-some million,
$72 million, and get the hell out of here.
Yeah, get away like that. Real quick on some pucks since it just started. Don't go off the wall, so both of you can chime in. My daughter was getting her best gift Symbieta impersonation, where the head surgeon gave her 4 tickets to the Caps game, center ice, 5 rows behind the Caps bench.
Yeah.
And I was just curious if you were given tickets to your team, and would you want to be on the glass, or where would you guys want to be? It was just curious, because I thought, dang, those are pretty good seats that she was given there.
Where were they?
Or just what?
Where were the tickets?
5th row behind the home bench. So the first ticket
that's
was
good
pretty
living.
close to center ice. Yeah, the head surgeon, gave her the tickets, and so, and it was also came with she had to spend $400 in concessions, which these days and times is maybe
So she got 3 beers,
a pretzel and 2 bears or something. I don't know.
Exactly.
So from that standpoint of all that, so I just curious from yours, because some people want to be down on the glass, but I was watching the game, and I couldn't see her personally, but I knew where she was sitting and all that, and they had a great time and all that. But
I got an answer for that.
So okay, I'll let you guys be. Have a great day.
Later. So,
gotta go, Coach. Bye bye.
See you. Yeah, he's the new coach at Penn State. If you've never been to a hockey game, never been to an NHL game, and you got an opportunity to go sit up against the glass to see how fast and big and physical they are, that's the way. Don't you think? Your first ever game? Now, anywhere you sit in that lower bowl, I think you're going to appreciate it. I think hockey, I've told you this, I think hockey athletes, to me, are the most impressive athletes. Why? Because it's speed, it's skill, it's strength. They get the crap beat out of them, and they're doing all that on skates. I think the skill that goes into what they do. Everybody tells me, oh, basketball players, they can jump really high. Okay, that's really cool. I'm not downplaying that. To me, hockey players are some of the most amazing.
Yes, that skill's crazy.
Oh, the skill set, right? I mean, go out and skate.
Skate, shoot, contact, you name it.
Balance, puck skills, hand skills. I just, hockey to me are some of the most amazing athletes, period. Some dudes are faster, some dudes are stronger, some guys jump higher, but the convergence of skill that elite hockey players show, to me, that's always been the most impressive. And if you've been around hockey at any level, I think you kind of get it. But yeah, no, that where would you go if you said somebody's going to their first ever pro hockey game? Where would you suggest?
Sit.
Yeah, you got the opportunity up against the glass,
Glass is cool just because you'd get the force. If it's your first one, just get the energy and then kind of work your way back so you can see what's going on.
I think I told you the story. Back when I was the VP at the Scorpions, Pat Dunn, who was the general manager, who played all over the world. He would never sit at what he called the 50-yard line. Oh, all these people, they want to sit at the 50-yard line, come up, and he took me up into the end zone, like up at the top, so I would sit and tingly.
That's the best. Like, it's cool.
Yeah.
But if you want to watch the game, I did the same thing.
That's how I learned it. Yeah. Who'd you sit with? You just sit up there.
I used to, when they moved to Rio Rancho, I was older. I went to a lot of games just by myself and sat up in the end zone.
Yep.
And you just get a great perspective.
No, he showed me the game. He explained to me what was going on. That's how I learned hockey at a different level.
Hey, there's a reason when you're playing Madden in all these games, like that's how you're playing it. You're watching the film that way too, like that perspective as opposed to like the TV copy.
Yeah, no, he gave me that appreciation, and I really learned it. So I guess there's different ways. Your first one, go down there and figure it out and feel the strength, the speed, the power of that game. But then, to learn the game, sit with someone who knows it and go up in the end zone, so to speak. And that's how totally different perspective. I got a bunch of emails I got to get to you when we get back. We'll wrap it up for you. Still time to get in at 505-246-0610. Home security is a big deal. Business security is a big deal because property crime continues to be an issue, and IPS protects you. They protect my home. I've worked with IPS for years. They keep the bad guys away, and I've been glad I've worked with IPS. My neighbors are too. International Protective Service is affordable, private security. They have officers strategically placed all around Albuquerque, also in Santa Fe. They react quickly when alarms go off at properties that they monitor. Many times they catch criminals in the act. Detain them, the police come and get them. IPS will provide standing guards if you would like eyes on your property around the clock. They will install alarms and camera systems, and they got a state-of-the-art facility monitoring those cameras 24/7. All of this raises the level of security around your home and around your business. I trust them so much. When I travel, they pick up packages that are left on the porch. They will pick up newspapers, mail, garbage cans, whatever it is. When you're gone, they do exterior searches around my house to make sure everything's good. Who's watching your home when you're not there? Make sure it's the good guys. International Protective Service. At 505-897-2420, 505-897-2420. They're online at ipsglobal.com. IPS, passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network.
All right, you got baseball tonight. Dodgers at 4 o'clock. Glasnow against Bully Penn for the Brewers. Dodgers up 2-0. Then the Blue Jays and the Mariners will go Game 4 in Seattle after that. Thursday Night Football here on the Sports Animal. Our coverage will start at 5:30. Steelers and Bengals will go. Last night, the Blue Jays beat the Mariners 13-4. I got a bunch of emails. I want to get through as many as I can. Glenn said, what football can do for a state, Jeff? Last time I was in Boise, probably 20 years ago, it was just a hitching post between New Mexico and the Pacific Northwest. That's why I was shocked when I drove through a few weeks ago only to find a massive city with new construction everywhere. Of course, the downside of Potatoeville, and now it's a big traffic issue. I got to believe the main economic driver was the Blue and after game on Real TV, not buried away on Altitude Sports or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to ask people who were there, and how much did football play in the perception of
play
that
on
city?
Real TV.
Yeah, they play, but they didn't always play on Real TV. They were on the Mountain, and they were on whatever. And aren't the Lobos on FS1?
The Altitude Network is used by professional sports teams, so let's not
the Avalanche are on there, right? The Nuggets are on there. The world champion 2 years ago, Nuggets, but they're not good enough for the Lobos. I got it. Yeah, no, they're good enough for the NBA's team who won the NBA championship 2 years ago, but they're not good enough for your football. I get it. Didn't you play Boise State on FS1 last weekend? The same channel Boise State was on. I don't know. I mean, what can football do for a state? I think a lot. Is that the reason that city has grown so much? I don't know the answer to that. I do believe, like I said in the thing the other night, sports does a lot for universities. If it wasn't for basketball, would you know anything about a Gonzaga? Would you know what that means? No.
Sports is a lot of geography lessons along with enjoying the game.
And that's why. Omar says Omar's back on the Cowboys bandwagon. If it doesn't get folks excited, Jeff, then they don't have a pulse. P.S. We talked about the complaints about the Steelers court at Three Rivers Stadium. Reminded me of the sports speak out on the parking and restrooms at University Stadium. What is this one? Missouri State equals Tony the Tigers Nevada. Jeff, Missouri State's a must-win next week for the Aggies, right? Or their season implodes, just like Lobo football versus Nevada. Similar. I think if they want to get to a bowl game, it's a must-win for them next week. Just like the Lobos. I think we've gotten to must-win for the Lobos this week. Mike says, Frank said post time's officially 7:55, Jeff Alou, but no way it tips before 8, right? And even then, it starts on a crummy net stream or joined in progress midway through the first quarter. I don't know what's behind it. I do believe it'll start at 7:55. I know that 10 minutes is going to really completely screw up your night, Mike. Sorry about that, the 10-minute slide that they put on it. Because 7:45 or 7:55 really makes a difference. It's like my buddy when we're standing out there on the golf course, and he says, what do you think it's about 150? And I scope it, and I'm like, 150, 148 playing 152. Oh, and he gets a different club.
Dang it.
Yeah, I got to get a different golf club. Yeah, my 152 club is different than my 150 club. Because 745 is way different than 755. Carl says on Bronco Mercenary, probably wouldn't mind seeing Lobo football in Nevada go 3 or 4 overtimes, Jeff, especially since Utah State has an extra day to prepare. They're going to burn all their pitching. Jack says, how has JJ's huge day changed, Jeff, now that he has an afternoon hustle on the big stage?
It hasn't. It's just that much bigger.
It's even huger.
It's huger.
It's huge.
It's the hugest.
Gopher says, can I vent, Jeffy? The little weatherettes and goofy-looking weather dudes telling me I'm ready for fall. It's been so hot. In a month, they'll be posting photos from Phoenix or SoCal where they went for the weekend to thaw out. So I always tell you, man, relax. Oh, I can't wait till fall. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. It's going to be damn cold pretty soon. All right, The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome show's after that. Kenny Thomas, Unfiltered, comes in at 4. Then you get Monday Night Football, 5:30, Steelers and Bengals. Adrian, great work on the video side. Sorry about my stream dropping out on a regular basis. We're back tomorrow morning with award-winning radio starting at 7 a.m. He is J.J. Buck. I am Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you?
Huge.
Enjoy it. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We will smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people were